4 of NFL. Today it's just me, Cabbage. Twitter's off to that way. I'm looking at my camera. And with me?
Black 101302 is my thing that way.
Nope. Other side. Other. Yep. There you go. You were leaning more to the right of my screen, so I moved it to the left.
Sorry. Black 101302. What's going on?
Yeah. All right. So let's start Thursday night. Green Bay at. No, not Green Bay at. Philadelphia at Green Bay. My bad. That makes a difference.
For sure. Pretty good game. Not much out of Carson Wentz, but their run game was crazy. Jordan Howard finally doing what he got traded there to do. And he's catching passes, which he was not doing for the Bears last year. But all the running backs did all right. They all had a couple good plays. And Aaron Rodgers, a lot of yards, but he a lot of attempts for as many completions as he got. I got right here 34 completions on 53 attempts.
Wow.
You'd like to see just a cut, like 37 would have been really good.
Yeah.
So
I don't like that I'm looking and I see that I looks like the best rusher just currently was Aaron Rodgers for 46 yards. Just awful.
Yeah, they had a couple running backs get injured though, and we all know the Eagles have a really good defense.
Yeah, well, yeah, Jordan Howard and Miles Sanders they're good. Mm-hmm. Jordan Howard is going to be their guy until Miles Sanders kind of gets everything going, or Jordan Howard's going to snake all the goal line work, so no doubt he's always going to have I don't think he's always going to have 87-2, but I think it might end up being maybe somehow 30-2 or 45-2. But Sanders will have more receptions and more attempts going forward. At least further into the season. That should be how it plays out. The Green Bay Packers need to learn to do this thing called hand the ball off on the 1-yard line and not go to Pete Carroll University on how to not go and not how to run goal line offenses.
Yeah. But they got a new offensive coordinator.
True. They also have a new head coach.
Yeah.
Who is so far not looking great.
All I have to say is Devontae Adams is a god.
Yeah, but
Can we start saying
what?
Can we start saying that?
Oh, he's a god?
Yeah, can we start saying?
Yeah, why not? Who cares?
Sure.
I mean, I don't care.
One of the most consistent guys.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think he's playing next weekend because I thought I saw something that said he's not gonna. He's either doubtful or he's kind of already ruled out. But I think it's more of a. I think it's more of a doubtful, but he's basically gonna be out. They're just not calling him out yet because he has maybe a 5% chance of playing. You know what I mean?
Well, we'll talk more about that in the prediction video. So make sure you check out. Updates on that.
Yeah, check that when that comes out on. That's gonna come out on Thursday.
Yeah,
this video's coming out on Tuesday.
Yeah, it was a pretty good. It was a pretty good week though, or a pretty good game. Very entertaining.
Yeah,
a lot of plays. But you'd like to see more from Carson Wentz. He only threw for $160.
Yeah,
3 touchdowns. $160.
Yeah, but I think that they spend most of their time running the ball. Well, I mean,
true.
I mean, you had 87. I'm trying to do this math. That's 157. So Jordan Howard and Miles Sanders combined for 3 less rushing yards total than Carson Wentz threw passing yards.
Yeah, well balanced.
So yeah, no, you gotta say, but 16 for 27. It's not bad, but
no, it's not bad. But he should be one of the top quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like he's supposed to be throwing more than 27. I mean, he's supposed to be I feel like he's almost supposed to be throwing more 30, 35 attempts a game. But maybe they're just trying to lean more on the run, which ain't bad. Yeah,
those are Kirk Cousins' numbers.
No, Kirk Cousins No. Kirk Cousins. No, Kirk Cousins' numbers are if you take the attempts are Carson Wentz's completions.
So 16 attempts?
Yes.
All right, we'll get into that game. We'll get into that
because I don't think he threw more than 25 times.
Insert time here. Okay. Let's move on from that
Well,
game.
one thing.
Just very
I mean,
entertaining game.
yeah. My other thing was, yeah, I definitely see Aaron Rodgers being the guy who throws 50 times a game, but
Yeah.
you're gonna watch the
Hey,
ball get spread around a lot more, especially if no Devontae Adams.
yeah, I gotta mention actually before we move on. That's actually a quality win for the Eagles because they were all dinged up. So
No,
that's
they
another
had
reason.
Alshon back, so not entirely.
Um,
Yeah,
I didn't
Alshon
see
was
him all.
back. No, Alshon was back.
Was
Alshon was
was
back.
wild. Let's see,
I
what did he do? He didn't. He had 3 catches for 38 yards. Okay, I must have been getting a snack during those 3
Yeah,
catches.
no,
So.
but he was there.
Okay.
He was there.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, they are dinged up though. Still.
Yeah, I mean, once D-Jack comes back, they'll be better. But of course, obviously, you're starting the season. You know, you're coming into this game 2-1 or 1-2 with your. I forgot what their only win was, but I think it was probably against no one notable.
It was like the second
Atlanta.
one of the season.
No, it wasn't Atlanta. They lost
Yeah.
to Atlanta. No, I thought they lost to Atlanta.
I don't remember. Check out our old videos.
Well, I mean,
I don't.
I'm gonna check. Be coming to this
Yeah.
game away on short rest at
Yeah, they need
Lambeau.
that win.
Yeah,
That
this is an
that was
NFC
a
game.
playoff. For them.
Yeah, like that's an NFC game they have to win in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they lost to Atlanta, and then I'm going back and I'm looking. If you want to just kind of bring up the next one, I'll let you know as soon as I know what the one they won was.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean.
Oh yeah, it was when they came back and beat Washington in Week 1.
Yeah.
When they were down for almost like half a game
Yeah.
to the
That's the game
Redskins, and then they came back and won like through the second half.
Okay, so our next game is Tennessee at Atlanta. Speaking of Atlanta, and
Okay.
I think Atlanta is lost as a franchise
I don't know if I'd say
because what do they got? One win, and it was on that Monday night game. Yeah, they're 1-4,
1-3.
and that's what I mean. It's week 4,
Yep.
and I gotta say, it's not Matt Ryan.
Are you sure? Oh, well, you know, it's probably the. I mean, I don't know. He does throw for 400 yards. Austin Hooper goes 9 for 130.
Ooh, man, that's a fantasy pickup.
Yeah. All right, and this is just gonna be my personal take on this. Dear Atlanta Falcons, carbon copy Dirk Cutter and Dan Quinn. Give Devonta Freeman the ball more. Get Ito Smith out of the backfield and put in Devonta Freeman. Ito Smith is not fooling anybody. Ito Smith is not good to be whatever you want him to be. Give Freeman the ball more. I mean, Freeman caught the ball 8 times for 72 yards. And he ran the ball 12 times for 28 yards.
But that's a good game.
Yeah, Tennessee does have a good rush D, though. So that's why he only got held to probably 28.
Tennessee is a very under thought of team. You know, they have some players.
Yeah, no. I mean...
And what about the game that, what's his name? CJ Davis? Is that his name? No, that's not.
AJ Brown?
AJ Brown. AJ Brown. Yeah.
Davis. You mean Corey Davis?
I was put the two of them together. Jeez. But AJ Brown, they might have something.
Yeah, I mean, listen, his cousin may be insane, but talent, I think, runs in the family.
Well, mentally insane and insane at football.
Hopefully AJ Brown is not mentally insane. One can only hope.
And then again, Derrick Henry, he's either all or nothing. You know,
27, See, I'm looking at Derrick Henry with 27 attempts for 100 yards. I'm sitting here going, where's like the extra 15? Maybe not even give Freeman the ball at least 20 times a game. I don't know why you're giving Ito. I mean, but then it's like Matt Ryan's throwing for 53 attempts, and someone tell me why. Why does Devonta Freeman and Mohamed Sanu and Austin Hooper, mind you, have more targets and receptions and yardage than Julio Jones.
Well,
Like,
it's what's his name? Logan Ryan, man. Logan Ryan was shadowing him all game.
oh, is Logan Ryan good? Because the only actual
Oh,
cornerback I know on Tennessee is washed up Malcolm Butler.
no, both former Patriot corners.
Oh, is one of them still good?
Yeah, Logan Ryan's good.
Oh, well,
He's tall.
but
Still
Julio
lanky
Jones is like season 23 catches, 317, 4 touchdowns.
Oh yeah, he's a top wide receiver.
I mean, I don't know why,
I mean,
but
he's doing it again.
yeah, he's gonna be good. But I'm just like, I feel like you need to try. I understand not trying to force feed him, but also like seven targets. You're throwing the ball 53 times, but you can't even get Julio double-digit targets. But you almost get your running back and your wide receiver too.
Well, I mean that's game plan though. You game plan to get the guys get rid of the opponent's best weapon, and that's
True.
what they did. It ended up working for them.
Yes,
I mean they gave up a heck of a lot of yards still, but they got.
What do you mean? I don't know if I would say it worked for them. Who did it work for? It worked for Tennessee? Yeah, obviously it did.
Game plan.
Okay, well, no. I thought you were talking about an Atlanta side. I was about to be like, that didn't work for Atlanta.
No, you misheard me. Or maybe I misspoke. What I'm saying is, Tennessee game planned to take away the best weapon on Atlanta.
No, that
being Julio Jones, and it worked for Tennessee.
Yeah.
So,
but it's also then becoming, I think, a note to every team going, okay, cool, just get rid of Julio, and you'll probably win the game.
Well, but still, it's very difficult because
because Julio is so good.
They got to look at the tape and see. Maybe Atlanta's been figured out because Atlanta only has one win on the season. So,
which was the Philly.
Yeah, so and they won on like a 2-minute, and within the last 2 minutes they won.
Yeah, I think Julio was having like a bad day, and then he busted off the screen 57-yard touchdown.
Yeah. He had like 3 big plays at the end of that game.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Julio Jones has just been more of a not consistent, but he's just like he gets more or less. I think you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
like he just
more
gets the
involved.
Big plays. He's like boom or bust, which is what I don't want to be saying.
Yeah, well, okay,
yeah,
coverage.
All right, hang on, I lied about that. Kind of lied about that. Well, I mean, okay, for the Philadelphia, yeah, his longest was 54 yards. So before that, he ended a total with 106. So he had probably about like 50 and a touchdown. And then he next week at Indy, he had 128. So, all right. So no, he's been better.
Yeah, definitely, and he's getting touchdowns too. Which
is usually weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I'm saying maybe this Atlanta team's been figured out, and maybe by stopping the run, that they're relying too much on Matt Ryan, and that's why his completions were down. Yet, even though he still had a good game.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, Matt Ryan did not throw a rushing or passing touchdown. Did he not? No. Oh, that's not right. I gotta
go back.
He did. No, he didn't. Oh,
well,
yeah.
He's not the only.
Their one touchdown was like a garbage Ito Smith like 2-yard rushing touchdown.
Oh, okay. Oh, so Ito Smith is good?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No.
All right. So let's move on to the next game.
Yeah.
And I got what is this? It's Cleveland at Ravens.
This went the way nobody probably thought it would, except for diehard Ravens fan or Browns fans.
Yeah.
I mean,
this was I wouldn't say upset special. I don't even know how to describe it. Just out of left field.
Everyone's like, this is what Cleveland probably should have looked like through 4 weeks.
Well, this is what Cleveland looked like their first drive of the season.
Yes. This is what every Cleveland fan has wanted since that first drive, is a whole game like that. And they finally got it in a very important game. Because I'm going to be real, this is probably that division's championship game for several years.
Okay.
Depending on what happens with Cincinnati and the Steelers, mind you.
Well, they're both kind of right now in transition because of what Cincinnati's been in transition for a couple of years now.
Well,
I mean, this is like year two.
now they're gonna get more into it because they got rid
They're
of
trying
Marvin
to
Lewis.
playoffs.
So
Yeah,
I think
Cincinnati's trying to make the playoffs, but they're not having much success this year. And then with Big Ben going down, it kind of puts what should be a Super Bowl contender into like now what do we do?
Yeah. I mean, the Bengals both these teams are 0-3, which
they're playing each other.
Yeah, they're playing each other right now. It's 3-10. The Steelers up by a touchdown.
Yeah.
Andy Dalton has only 99 yards passing, and Mason Rudolph has 132 and a touchdown.
So the first half, though.
Looks like it.
Okay.
I think there's very little time left. It's halftime. It's halftime.
Okay. Back to Cleveland, Baltimore.
Yes, back to that. We got off track.
Yeah. Cleveland. That was one heck of an offensive performance.
Honestly.
Nick Chubb going crazy. Jarvis Landry had what do you have here? 8 catches for 167 yards on my bench, by the way, in fantasy. Thank you.
He dropped 2 balls.
Yeah, that's fine. But he only played 3 quarters. He ended up getting injured.
Did he really? That is sad. I didn't know that. Yikes.
So I really wish we could have seen more,
Yeah.
But that was like his coming out party. And Julio Jones, he had 2 catches on how many 7 targets? I mean, Baker isn't the most accurate of quarterbacks, but
neither is Matt Ryan.
20 yards. 20 yards for Odell.
You Odell? I think meant Julio.
Yeah.
Well, you said Julio. You said Julio.
I meant Odell. Well, Odell, 2 catches on 20 yards.
With 7 targets.
7 targets.
Ugh. That's not good.
You can't blame all that on the quarterback.
No.
When you're when 5 balls towards you are not being caught. But anyways, I also threw a pass this game. I missed that play. I missed that highlight.
Which one? The Nick Chubb run? Or
Odell.
The Odell.
Odell threw a pass.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, okay, no. I know the one you're talking about.
But yeah, Nick Chubb. I mean, do I put all my eggs in that basket and trade for him in fantasy? I mean, or is that too much on the Browns?
What do you have currently?
Nothing. I mean, that's for a different
Jarvis
video.
Landry.
But yeah, I can't get rid of Jarvis Landry. He's gonna be the best.
I'm not saying get rid of Jarvis Landry by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, I get you. Okay, well, anyways, talk about Ravens.
Yeah.
They gave up 4 sacks to Lamar Jackson, and Lamar Jackson does not go down easy. So
he's a wily man. Give him that.
Yeah. Coyote? No, he's
Wily
a
Coyote.
Dude, that's a great nickname for Lamar Jackson.
Wily Coyote?
Well, that sounds cool, but the Roadrunner.
I like that. Roadrunner Lamar Jackson.
I'm going to start tweeting at, what's his name? Who's the guy? No, not Mark Pereira. Jay Glazer.
Oh, I was going to say Dean Blandino.
Start tweeting that at Jay Glazer and Terry Bradshaw. America's Sweet.
Oh, do it for Terry Bradshaw.
All right. Well, anyways, yeah, Lamar Jackson, I mean, that's too many. For as elusive as Lamar Jackson is, that is too many sacks to be giving up, especially with not the best pass rush in Cleveland. I mean, it's Myles Garrett and who else?
Myles Garrett is good.
So he's good, but they don't really have anybody else that rushes the passer.
Fair.
So, but anyways, again, the receivers, the wide receivers, they could really use an upgrade at wide receiver. The Ravens. I mean, they got Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, the thing with them, it's basically their wide receiver core is all based around their younger guys. Like their entire receiving core, realistically. Like your veteran is Willie Snead and Seth Roberts.
Willie Snead gets the job done, but you want a guy better than him,
Right,
and they don't have.
Well, I think given enough time, Boykin or Brown is going to come into that role and will be fine. And even if they become more of a tight end reliant, Mark Andrews is looking really good. And I mean,
yes.
in a way, it's looking like, why did you draft Hayden Hurst if you got Mark Andrews in like the second or third, who's better?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Well, don't forget it is hard because don't forget that the Seahawks a number of years ago signed Matt Flynn to a large contract, and their third round draft pick was Russell Wilson, who ended up becoming the starter, and they were paying Matt Ryan like 12 or 14 million a year, and whoever was way better on a rookie contract.
yeah,
And they ended up going to the Super Bowl in year 2.
I was
So
gonna say, I mean, I think Russell Wilson has only not made the playoffs one time in his career, if I remember that correctly.
yes, that is correct. He will be a Hall of Famer just by the amount of success he has had, and he's good.
Oh yeah, he's absolutely
But
good.
that's for this. That's also for another topic.
Right now, he's half the reason Pete Carroll still has a job. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking at this right now. Mark Ingram, 12 attempts, 71 yards. Feed that man.
Well, I mean,
in general,
yeah.
a really good season.
No, he is, and I think, but they're trying to, they're trying to kind of do a lot of run pass option, which is, okay, either fake it to, fake it and make them think Lamar has the ball, or fake like Lamar is going to run the ball, but secretly gave it to Mark Ingram, and he's already 3 yards up the middle, and you got to crash immediately, or he's busting off. Or neither of those, and just pass it.
The cameraman watching the game, the cameramen do get fooled a lot.
Oh yeah, I've seen plenty of times where the camera guys are getting fooled out up by that.
All right, let's move on because that was it was finally out of the Browns, finally.
Yeah.
But moving on, Patriots at Buffalo, and I believe it's 12 wins in a row for the Patriots at Buffalo. So I don't know what you do if you're Buffalo. Do you just forfeit that game going forward to get an extra bye week, or what?
I don't know. You try and learn, and you try and bolster up as much as you can. And I'm looking at this, and I see Frank Gore for 17 attempts on 109 yards. You gotta bump those attempts up to like 100, not 100 attempts, like 25 attempts. I mean,
that's probably going to be the number one fantasy pickup this week.
Frank Gore,
right?
I would be impressed if he
just getting it done.
Wasn't. Yeah.
I missed that, but we'll go with it.
Yeah.
What's his name? Josh Allen. He actually threw 3 picks in this game.
I know.
But no, it's rough. I understand.
Yeah, I know.
But
it's
he did
rough.
look confident. He looked confident the whole game.
Yes, I think it was more of a problem that he was just up against a way better team than him, and obviously,
yeah. He the Bills game plan. It wasn't working for him. The only success they were having was running the ball with
Frank Gore.
What's his name? Well, they had 2 running backs, didn't they?
No, the only people who have actual rushing attempts is Frank Gore and Josh Allen. The only one with recorded rushing attempts.
Did Josh Allen get hurt in this game and Matt Barkley finish it out?
Yes, he did. Matt Barkley finished the game 9 for 16. With 16 passing attempts, Matt Barkley threw for only like 30 less yards than Josh Allen threw in 13 attempts.
Yeah. No, like I was saying, Josh Allen, they game planned Josh Allen.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he was having no success out there.
I mean,
it was sacked.
Yeah, it doesn't help that there's no wide receiver on the Bills who could outmatch any Patriots or wide receiver. Like, you go on some teams and it's just like, yeah, this matchup will be okay, and some person might, they might get covered by a guy, but it's like it could still work out. There's nobody who, in realism, it would work out for. The fact that I'll give him credit. The fact that there's like 4 people with double digit yards is impressive, but I'm sure it was mostly a good amount of medium passing routes. I think it got
sure thing. I mean, hey, they were throwing it. Josh Allen was throwing it deep. He was chucking it.
Oh yeah. I mean, he got picked off 3 times, but
3
he was,
times,
he
yeah.
was chucking it deep.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes Bears, you have to throw it deep just to keep the defense honest.
Maybe one day they'll learn.
Yeah. But yeah, the best receiver, the receiving core is very bad. I mean, the best receiver, I guess it's Cole Beasley, but I never
I'd
thought
say
he was
it's
that
John
good.
Brown.
I'd say it's John Brown also, but he is outmatched most every week because he's really just a short speed burner. So you could if you have a bigger corner, you could really bully him, and then
Yeah.
you're relying on Cole Beasley too much, and that's kind of what the Patriots were doing, they were doing against the Patriots. And then going over to New England side, yeah, Brady didn't look good. He threw a pick in the end zone, and we know that he doesn't do that. And then what's wrong with Sony Michel, man?
I don't know.
He's dead last in the league in yards after contact. He is falling as soon as he is touched.
I don't know. I think he has a bit of a knee problem. I think he has a health problem, and he's just trying not to get it entirely messed up by trying to evade and pull all these moves. So I think it's more of a health concern, but he's still good enough just to basically bum rush up the middle for the most part and soak a lot of hits on his upper body than his lower.
Yeah, I mean he had 63 yards on 17 attempts, which is just shy of 4 yards an attempt, which is good, but he's dead last in the league in yards after the contact. So, I mean, but
yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody expected the Patriots to lose this week. I mean,
yeah, I didn't expect them to lose. I mean, I was kind of hoping that the Bills would pull it out because
beat the streak.
Yeah, but not everything goes your way.
Okay, so this next game was actually the one that I paid the most close attention to, and I was biting my fingernails the whole time. Do you have any guess of what game it was?
Chiefs-Lions.
Chiefs-Lions. Patrick Mahomes' first game in a dome. And how did it go?
Not terribly.
Not terribly, but numbers-wise, perfect conditions for Pat Mahomes. No touchdowns.
Yeah, that's probably the most interesting thing.
Especially when he's your starting quarterback in fantasy, and in order to get all the points, you start 2 of his wide receivers and kicker. So
yeah, I'm sure Denard Robinson and
but it did not work out this week.
Yeah, Denard Robinson and Sammy Watkins got you combined total of 8 points.
Oh no, my friend, not 8 points. I got 0 points because I started.
Did you start Miko Hardman?
Yep, and he got me a phone. So he got -2 points.
So you have 6 points.
Robinson ended with 35 yards. So I only got 3 points from him. So out of my wide receiver 1 and 2, I got a combined 1 point.
And you benched Mike Evans. You deserve this for benching Mike Evans. You deserve this.
I had to start Keenan Allen, and we'll talk about this later. He only had like 43 yards.
But why would you start Miko Hardman?
Because he's the big play waiting to happen, and if Pat Mahomes throws a touchdown to him, I want all the points.
You don't need 3 people catching the ball from Pat Mahomes in your lineup.
I don't want Mikael Hartman to have Pat Mahomes' only touchdown on a 93-yard pass and then get less points with Robinson getting 60 receiving yards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but this is what you get. This is what you get for being a fucking Kansas City hog. This is what you get. This is what you deserve.
He game planned it, and and Andy Reid decided to muscle it in with LaShady McCoy, and hey, they had a defensive touchdown too. So
God,
I didn't get the ball.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. No, it was 100 yards.
Yeah, no, because he picked it up basically from the end zone. Yeah, so 100.
Yeah. And the play was dead. I mean, everybody stopped except for one player.
It was a guy running the ball back.
Yeah. But anyways, is LaShady McCoy back? Finally?
I think he is in a sense. I think they just have a good enough scheme that it's gonna work for him. I watch
Yeah.
Shady McCoy run with the ball, and it just hurts me inside. I hate the way he carries the ball, just like out there with one hand. I'm like,
No points of contact.
I'm like, I really hope like one game you run the ball like 4 times, and every time you do that, someone punches the ball out of your hand. I hope
Yeah.
someone like. I'm sure it's happened, but I'm just like, I want to watch it happen because I want to go. That's what you deserve, and that's what you get for running like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyways, Sammy Watkins had a couple of big catches. He only caught, what does it say here, 3 balls. What about the running back? What's his name? Williams, Darrell Williams. He had a pretty good game running the ball, and he had just a good game,
Well,
man. I think he had one of their touchdowns.
He did not. No, he had okay. Running the ball, he had 13 yards and 2 touchdowns. I wouldn't say it's a good day running the ball.
Yeah, but he caught 4 balls for here. He caught 3 balls for 43 yards.
Okay, yeah, he had a good day catching the ball, not running it. When you
And he
say
had a
running,
touchdown.
I'm saying handoff. Did he have 3 total? He
Oh.
didn't have 3 total touchdowns, did he?
He had two touchdowns.
Yeah, okay. He only had the 2 rushing. Okay.
And all I'm saying is it's about time Travis Kelce has one of his monster games, because I don't think he's broke. I think this is his best game, 85 yards this season.
I think so. I think you're right, but also I'm like 85 yards is, in my opinion, not what you call a Travis Kelce game.
No. That's a
No.
bad Travis Kelce.
This is actually his worst.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 89 last week against Baltimore, 107 against Oakland, and 88 against Jacksonville.
Yeah. Well, okay. He's had one good game, 100 yards,
Which is what?
and then he's been in the 80s for the rest. So,
Yeah. So it's an average
again,
game.
Yeah, average game. It's a Travis Kelce game. You expect that from Travis.
I mean,
Kelce.
that's consistency. That's what you're getting.
75.
Yeah.
You expect at least 75 yards from him every week, but he hasn't really broken a long one yet.
No.
He's one of the best guys in the NFL at runs after the catch, and he hasn't really done that yet this year. He did have one phenomenal play where he kind of like his guy was beating him. Mahomes started rolling out, and he kind of just stood there. He ended up being wide open. He caught the ball. He turns to run. He kind of stood there, and the defender ran past him, and then he went for about another 5 yards. And it was like a 3rd down, I believe, too. So it was a pretty good game. Pretty good, whatever.
Yeah.
And then on the other side of a pretty good play. And on the other side of the ball, Matt Stafford looked fine. And
Matt Stafford's having a bounce back year, in my opinion.
Yeah. And then I was not a Galladay fan, but I am now.
Kenny G, the smoothest of routes.
Yeah. And what's his name? Marvin Jones. Marvin Jones. He had a couple of big catches.
Yeah.
He had a couple of big catches. One play here, what does it say? 33 yards was his longest. Kenny G also had his longest play at 33 yards.
I mean, Kenny G had an amazing touchdown grab. They're clearly, in my opinion, trying to get Haskins involved as much as they can. But, I mean,
Yeah.
Kansas City's going to shut down a tight end because Kansas City has to play against the best tight end every week in practice, so they know how to shut down tight ends. As good as I think Hawkinson probably is or could be, he's just not going to Travis Kelce it.
That Kenny G touchdown might have been the play of the year.
I
mean, there was 4 guys in that window.
I thought there was only 3, maybe even 2.
Well, there's 3 in the end zone, but there was a linebacker swiping at the ball, and I'm telling you, it's a game of inches.
Yeah, I watched that. I was like, ooh yeah, NFL Red Zone was showing that, and I loved it.
That was a throw by Matt Stafford.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they finally have a run game, huh?
Well, okay, they do because Matt Patricia finally went, oh yeah, carry on. It's like, right, forget everything I know about dealing with running backs, aka LeGarrette Blount type players. Let's just give the ball to carry on against any sort of prior notion my mind is telling me to do.
Mm-hmm. This is a few weeks in a row now with Kerryon Johnson.
Yeah, and now I'm upset with myself because I deliberately drafted Devonta Freeman instead of Kerryon Johnson. I'm upset.
can always trade for him.
I don't think John's gonna give me him.
Oh, and final thoughts on this team for me is that Pat Mahomes is human.
Yeah. I mean,
No,
I figured it's gonna come at some point. I think the Detroit Lions are truly an underrated team. I actually think they are.
I am still not a believer, only because Kansas City has one of the worst defenses.
Fair, but I mean,
So
they've beaten.
I want to see one more week out of them.
You know, yes. I mean, they have a weird record, right? They, tied with Arizona, which doesn't look good. Losing to Kansas City makes all the sense because usually you're just assuming that offense is going to run over you. But they've beaten Philadelphia. What?
Losing and Pat Mahomes didn't throw a touchdown.
Yes.
So,
I mean, and then who else have they beaten? I forgot who else they've beaten.
they played the Eagles and the Chargers, and we're gonna have to talk about the Chargers. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk to them about them when we get to them.
Yeah.
So, all right. Let's do that game. Chargers at Miami. Since we're talking.
For 5 minutes, I'm pretty sure the Dolphins were winning this game, and I don't think Dolphin fans have been happier. And unfortunately, that is the high they're going to have to ride for the next 12 games, because they will probably not have a better moment until week 17. I don't think so, dude. Josh Rosen looks not great, really.
I wouldn't be starting him, but okay.
Fitzpatrick hasn't looked better either. I understand what you're kind of a believer in that, but I'm like, he hasn't looked good either. So it's like,
Hey, Fitzpatrick is an every other year quarterback.
Yeah, is this
last year was
his year, so this year isn't. So if he starts it somewhere else next year, he'll be good for 4 games.
Yep. Well, okay. Yeah, first few, yeah. Okay, so Chargers, why didn't you score more points? You are a very good offense.
Yeah, that is I have to say. Well, I think because Mike Williams was. I think just because they didn't have Mike Williams, I think that hurt him a lot.
Yeah, leading receiver Dontrell Inman.
For I think was it say 70-something yards.
76 it said here.
Thank you.
But Keenan Allen, I can't say I watched that game because I mean, come on, look at who they're playing.
Yeah, and Miami.
Keenan Allen, you are one of the top receivers in the league. Only 5 catches, but you only got 48 yards with that?
Yeah.
I mean, you're playing up against practice squad players. Like, legit shouldn't be in the NFL players. You are far more talented than that.
I agree. Unfortunately, it looks like they fed the ball a little more to Eckler and Inman. Dontrell Inman.
Yeah, well...
Imagine if Mike Williams was in this game, and I'm just imagining Mike Williams with a little bit more yards, and that's like Dontrell Inman's stats, and that's like Mike Williams' stats. It's like Dontrell Inman's with a little more yards and probably in a touchdown.
Yeah. Tyrod Taylor got into this game, which about time.
Oh yeah, I guess so. He threw one pass for 7 yards, and rushed for rushed 4 times for -1.
Oh wow. That's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually my number 1 backup quarterback in the league. He's a guy that I believe should be starting in the NFL. All I have to say on that. And
call Miami.
You really don't have
him. Well, I know we should be picking up the phone maybe right now. Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago might.
They should be. Yeah. We'll talk more about that in a couple of moments there.
Yeah.
But yeah. Who do you think is next to get traded? Kenyon Drake or Ryan Fitzpatrick?
No, I think it's Drake or Parker.
Parker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think it's literally everybody who's not a rookie wants out. So I mean I think Parker and Drake are the next 2 to go. Wait, is that Mark Walton?
Yeah.
my God, it is.
What's up?
Nothing. There's a player named Mark Walton who I remember was on the Bengals last year, and I remember this guy. These people would do a bit where the guy would talk like Mark Wahlberg, but be Mark Walton.
Oh,
It's like, hey guys, it's me, Mark Walton.
nice.
Dude, it was hilarious. My favorite bit.
Hey, all I'm saying is if I am Ryan Fitzpatrick, I am having my agent call all these teams with a backup quarterback starting right now. I'm talking the Bears. I'm talking the
Saints.
Steelers. What's up?
Saints, maybe?
Yeah, maybe the Saints. Because he'd be I don't know. Teddy Two Gloves doesn't look terrible.
Fair.
But there's I think there's next week there should be 7 or 8 backup quarterbacks starting, which is a huge number.
Oh, the Jets if Darnold still has mono.
Yeah. I thought he was coming back next week.
Yeah,
but
that's why I'm saying if, because I don't know.
I thought he was supposed to return week 5, but he also might have been out till week 5. You know how they're
No, I think it was like he's expecting to come back after the bye, because apparently he had mono, like he was suffering. I think week 1, as well.
Yeah, and he's been cooped up in his apartment for weeks.
But there's nothing you can do with mono though. That's basically what you do is you just don't see people.
Well, you don't. He was doing that. He was doing that to not get the rest of the team sick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. So trash game.
Yep.
And then let's move on to this one. I got Carolina win over Houston at Houston. And here's the thing. Houston 2-2. This was supposed to be they haven't even played the Chiefs yet. And that's the division rival. So
who is this? Wait.
The Texans, never mind. Wrong division. But they always play each other.
Who?
They always play each other. Texans.
And who?
Texans. I said Chiefs, but they're not in the same division.
Yeah, it's yeah. That maybe not yet, but they might later.
Far worse division.
True.
But anyways, Houston. I mean, come on.
I don't know how you
defense all year, non-existent, all through 4 games. Figure it out. I mean, they only gave up 16 points, but I mean, against a backup quarterback, and you lost.
Yeah,
and
Kyle Allen
have
threw
one
for
of the,
232.
Yeah, but Deshaun Watson's one of the most talented quarterbacks out there. So I don't know what's going on over there. They're not gelling as a team.
I don't know. DeAndre Hopkins 8 targets, 5 receptions. I don't know what was up. Maybe Carolina's secondary is just better, or they just kept getting to Deshaun Watson quicker, so that he actually had to make bad plays.
He got sacked 6 times, which is significant.
There you go.
Well,
I mean, you said significant. I said classic Houston Texans.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I get you, but yeah. I'm kind of off. I understand. It is classic, but 6 is too many.
No, I totally agree.
You don't win if you get sacked 5 times. 6 is unacceptable. I mean, 5 is unacceptable. Anything more than 3 is unacceptable. But anyways, all I'm saying is 21 completions for only 160 yards.
Yeah, it's not good.
You have to do something better than that, Sean.
Yeah, that's. I don't know. I really don't know who that's on, but I know,
Yeah, we'll play caller. All of the above. The decision of throwing the ball, calling the plays, and not being open by the receivers.
Yeah.
So, but unacceptable. But this season thus far has been unacceptable, in my opinion, for the Houston Texans, because they, going into the season, were hopes of a Super Bowl.
Yeah, right now they're not looking at anywhere close to Super Bowl.
Yeah, they're not gelling. And Carolina, I don't know. I might just throw in the towel on the season. They're 2-2, but I don't think they have enough playmakers across the board to
No, they do. I think
compete.
Kyle Allen's just not good enough to get everyone
Well,
going.
Kyle Allen had like 4 passing touchdowns last game.
Yeah, but
I mean, it was just a start, so there's that. But if Cam Newton's going to be out a significant amount of time, and I'm not exactly sure it's a shoulder injury, right?
foot. I thought it was foot.
Oh, foot. Well, Cam Newton hasn't looked good yet this season.
No,
I
but
mean, he's only
but
played
the
like
foot,
a game and a half.
yeah, it's a foot. But the foot has been hurting him all, like all season. It hurt him all through the preseason. It hurt him through the couple games he played.
Well, maybe he should try eating more protein because he had an off season where he became a vegan.
Oh. No.
So maybe that has something to do with it.
All right. Now here's my thought. Especially if you just end up calling it a lost season, maybe you just go screw it. Get in there, Will, and you throw in Will Grier and let him feed him to the flames. I mean, I think there's only 2 quarterbacks left from this year's drafted quarterbacks that haven't played yet. And is Will Grier and Drew Lock. So,
Drew Lock's one.
Yeah, Drew Lock is the backup right now in Denver. And I mean, Joe Flacco doesn't look terrible, but I'm like, he's not winning the games. I'm not.
No, he's not, but he's good. We'll talk about that more when we get into Denver.
Yeah.
I do want to. Yeah. I mean, what game was this again?
This was Carolina Texans.
Carolina. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's both teams need to improve. Both teams had playoff hopes at least. So
how do we still have 7? Dude, we have 7 games left, and we've been going for an hour.
Well, we are going to have to speed this up. But I got the next game here. I got Oakland at Indy. Oh. We don't know what Indy is.
I would say we don't know what Oakland is.
We don't know what Oakland is. Well, we know Oakland is a transition. We know that.
Yeah, Oakland is figuring out what they got and if Derek Carr really is their future.
Which, okay. He had a couple of nice touchdown passes. Though.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think he has a bit of a throwing deep problem. We want to know who can cure that. Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Ooh. Yeah. Loves throwing it deep.
Not to his team, but, loves throwing deep.
Are you talking about Jameis Winston? Yeah, and then Indy. I mean, Marlon Mack didn't get the ball.
I think he got injured. I thought he got injured.
Did he? Oh, yeah, because he's another guy that didn't do it for me this week in fantasy.
Yeah, like 11 attempts for 39. Ugh. Not excited.
Yeah, not exciting. And then Jacoby Brissett looks fine.
Like Jacoby Brissett is like. I mean, if you look at it, at one point in time, go look at the 49ers right now with Jimmy Garoppolo. Go look at Jacoby Brissett with the Colts, and remember at one time that both of them were backups behind Tom Brady.
At the same time.
Yeah, remember that. Remember that the Patriots had like amazing quarterback depth, but then they got rid of it.
Well, because they didn't need it.
True, I mean, but they will. They will in like 5 or so years.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Jacoby Brissett has his team in every game. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. I mean, I think the wide receivers are going to be able to get there. T.Y. Hilton's battling injuries, but I think he was out there, but he's still kind of battling. I think Paris Campbell's going to be good. I think, realistically him. But, Zach Pascal is, I guess, decent. Chester Rogers is a thing. But Eric Ebron and Jack Doyle, good. That's a good tight end duo.